With May being Skin Cancer Awareness Month, experts are warning that 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer at some point in their lives. And recently, one of our own here at News 4 became part of that statistic.
They're talking and you don't hear anything. It's like Charlie Brown's teacher, you know? All you're thinking is cancer, cancer, cancer. You just told me I have cancer.
That is our longtime sports anchor, David Chancellor. And News 4 San Antonio's Emily Bauckham sat down with David, who has a lot to share with you after he was diagnosed with melanoma.
Of how it could impact the Spurs. Rookie free agent.
San Antonio knows David Chancellor as a sports fanatic.
At Sturm, and everyone.
Here at News 4, he's the master storyteller we all aspire to be.
I'm known around the sports office as the tinkling piano storyteller. Did you look at kids and say, man, I wish I was playing soccer, or man, I wish I was playing basketball?
Life's work triumphs over the worst time in her life.
Even my students, they don't know this story because I don't talk about it a lot.
David's won Emmys for his stories, highlighting athletes who are overcoming obstacles.
He was born with a right hand that never developed. When I met Landon,
stories of dignity, triumph, inspiration.
I've told a lot of cancer stories, and some of them were happy, and some of them were not.
The world just stops.
And I remember thinking, I don't want to be one of those unhappy cancer stories.
I mean, you're Roger Staubach.
David's cancer story began earlier this year at, of all places, the Super Bowl.
The camera was behind me, so there was a lot of shots of my neck. And I remember editing and looking at it, and I saw this little mark, and I thought, that's gross, that's ugly. I hadn't seen that before.
He saw a dermatologist, got a biopsy, never in a million years expected to hear the words, "You have cancer."
I was scared as hell.
His first question was, am I going to be okay?
David's wife, Aubrey, a former reporter here at News 4, went into research mode.
It's the rarest form of the skin cancers, and it's the deadliest. And so, you know, your eyes kind of widen a little bit and you think, oh gosh.
Doctors recommended surgery, and when David woke up,
I said, oh, how does it look?
Melanoma left its mark.
It was worse than I thought it would be. It was bigger than I thought it would be.
I could tell it didn't look good. And I thought, God, I said, are the kids gonna be scared? And I think the response was, and that freaked me out.
For extra perspective, we turn to Dr. Carla Munoz, who treats melanoma every day.
And you can actually get survival rates up to 99% if you catch them early.
She uses a special magnifying glass to check moles
and nice smooth borders.
But you can do this at home, looking in the mirror every 3 months or so for any changes.
Your arms, your legs, don't forget your scalp.
And remember, cancer does not discriminate.
So we do know that Caucasian patients, men over age 50 and redheads are have a higher risk of melanoma, but I always tell my patients of either Hispanic descent or African American descent or any other darker skin tone type patient, then we can get skin cancer.
Look how tan you are.
I'm just ridiculously tan there.
Yes, you are.
David's the first to admit.
I mean, that's tan right there.
His kids always wear sunscreen. He never did.
So I grew up in a time where, sunscreen was optional. Just like seat belts.
But all that's changed now.
It's never an afterthought, it's the first thought.
Well, I tell my kids, we're gonna put on sunscreen. And my daughter said, why do we have to put on sunscreen? And I said, you want that?
We're thrilled to say David's now cancer-free. The storyteller of athletes beating the odds hopes his own story inspires you to make a change.
random cell phone video of Kawhi Leonard.
If it helps one person, if it helps one kid, then great. And if it helps more than that, then all the better.
Emily Bauckham.
Wear your sunscreen.
News 4, San Antonio.